So I don't believe in being coy. I'm quite serious about this. I expect to make a decision in the near term. But I'll tell you this isn't about me. It isn't about any one person. This is about reviving a national identity. And I think in the conservative movement, we need to go past the who, whether it's me or anybody else, and ask the question of the what and the why. And I think America is missing a shared national identity right now. You ask most people my age, really any age, what does it mean to be American today? You get a blank stare in response. I have a vision of how to answer that question. And to the extent that I decide to do this, I'll be running in part to deliver that vision. And I'm going to make that decision soon.
Okay, we look forward to that, and we hope you come back to do it on Spicer and Company. But let me ask you this, Vivek, because the Politico piece actually says something quite interesting. It says this, quote, as much as the GOP likes outsiders and businessmen, there is still a natural skepticism of people who have no political or government experience whatsoever, especially when so much of the prospective field will likely have a track record of conservative governing, like Trump or Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. So if you do choose to run, there are quite a few heavyweights who we expect to be in the race. What is your strategy to take them on?
Many of whom I respect, by the way. And I probably wouldn't have even thought about doing this if Donald Trump had not done what he did back in 2015 and 2016. He recognized problems for the country that were real, that no other candidate spoke to. But the question is where we go from here. And the thing about me is I'm not delivering someone else's message that I read in a binder. I've spent the last 3 years developing this vision of American national identity, answering the question of basic values that define what it means to be American. Meritocracy, free speech, open debate as opposed to censorship. How about this one? The people who we elect to run the government actually being the ones who run the government rather than a federal bureaucracy that actually runs the show today. It's just my view, these basic rules of the road are something that most Americans agree with. 80% of Americans agree with these basic ideas. Most Americans think their neighbors do too, but they can't be sure because you can't talk about it anymore. One of my goals is going to be to take down those conversational silos, start talking openly again, and hopefully spawn that national revival. And for me, I'm not running against anybody else. I would be running for those ideals if I make that decision.